Cool. So in this video, I'm going to talk through how to set up manual remarketing / retargeting. So remarketing and retargeting, they mean exactly the same thing. In Australia, we normally say remarketing, but like in the US and other countries, they say retargeting. So if I say either remarketing or retargeting in these notes, it means exactly the same thing. So yeah, manual remarketing is what this video will be about, and it's usually the most profitable ad sets that you'll ever run, right? So there's many reasons why people don't buy the first time round, right? So what remarketing is and why we use it for is because we want to serve ads to users who have not purchased, right? And entice them with a time-sensitive discount, right? So remarketing is just serving ads to people who have already visited our website or seen our ad. And what we want to do is put a discount in the remarketing ads to try and entice them to come back and make a purchase with us, right? And because they've already been exposed to our ad or exposed to our website, they're more likely to buy than just advertising to cold prospects, right? So the thing you've got to understand with remarketing for low ticket dropshipping products. So low ticket just means like low price products from anywhere, say from like $10 to about $100, right? Is that these products are usually impulse buys, which means that there's a short buying cycle, and that means that there's not much convincing needed to get customers to purchase, right? So your remarketing doesn't have to be very long. And when I say long, I mean it doesn't have to go over like many days. So usually if like you're doing low ticket drop shipping, and if they don't buy after 10 days, then they're usually not going to buy, right? So usually for drop shipping low ticket items, like when I use remarketing ads, I don't remarket to people longer than 10 days after they've seen after they've been on our website. So another thing is that I don't start retargeting till I've got at least 10 sales at break even or profitable, I should say, on cold traffic, right? So like remarketing is not like the holy grail to internet marketing, right? You need to have a product that's either profitable or break even on cold traffic, right? So for your prospecting ads, don't go ahead and think remarketing is going to make an unprofitable product profitable, because yeah, for a winning product, it will be break even or profitable on cold traffic. So remarketing is always based on custom audiences. So the custom audience is who we target in the ad set settings, right? So when I start my remarketing, right? So say if I have like a product that is profitable or break even on my cold traffic ads, then what I will start to do is I'll create these 3 different types of custom audiences, right? So these are like the compulsory ones, which I'll test first, right? And then once I get a bit more traffic in, then I'll test these other custom audiences here in my remarketing pools. The first one is 95% video views, but no view content, right? So that means we're targeting people who have watched 95% of a video, but haven't viewed content, so haven't gone onto the product page. Then we want to target people who have viewed the product page, so VC, but haven't added to cart. And then we also want to target people who have added to cart, but not purchased, right? So the reason we segment like this is so we can make like new ad sets for each of these targets, right? Because like sometimes we'll have like, usually your add to cart targeting will be the most profitable, followed by VC, then followed by 95% video views. But yeah, the reason we do this is because we can set different budgets for these. And if we're using CBO, then the ad set budgets can allocate accordingly to what's converting the best. And then I'll add these in later once we get a bit more traffic in. So 75% video views, but no view content. Initiate checkout, but no purchase. And then people who have engaged with our post, but not actually visited our product page, right? So this is really important here. Thing to note that when setting up manual retargeting custom audiences, you need to be creating you need to create a product specific custom audiences using the product IDs and the custom parameters. So in the video, in the Facebook ads scaling module, I actually show you how to set up these custom product IDs in the custom parameters, but I'll just quickly do it now. I'll just show you quickly what I mean. So the custom parameters, if you go to the pixel here, we're on a product page and we open up view content, and we'll come up with the content IDs. So we've just got to make custom audiences based on our product custom content IDs, right? So So I'll actually hop into Ads Manager, into Audiences, and I'll show you how to set these up, but I just want to finish off reading the notes first. So the next part here is time intervals and budgets, right? So when you create a custom audience to remarket to, you can choose the time interval, right? So if I hop into audiences here, right? We go create a custom audience. So when you create a custom audience, let's say it's based on website traffic, and let's say we're just doing a VC, product audience, right, of people who have visited a product page, right? This is the time interval in the past 30 days. We can change whatever this time interval is here, right? So that's what I mean when I'm talking about time intervals. So yeah, when you create a custom audience to remarket to, you can choose the time interval as I just showed you. And the more traffic you have, the more you can segment your retargeting using time intervals, right? So I'll explain it down here. So when you start off retargeting, what I'll usually do is I'll start off with the following segments and budgets, right? So we'll start off with 95% video views, and we'll target the past 3 days worth of time. And then we'll also, for this audience, we'll have the VC targeting will be of the past 5 days, and the add to cart targeting will be the past 10 days, right? So the reason the add to cart targeting we're using a time interval of the past 10 days is because there's not enough like add to cart fires in order to have a small time interval, right? So say if you're getting like 30 add to carts per day, right? You can't have a custom audience of add to cart in the past 3 days, because that means that only 30 people will be in that audience, right? So if we have it, so if you're getting 30 add to carts per day and our time interval is the past 10 days, that means we're targeting, that means our remarketing pool is has 300 users in it, right? And that means that we can target it because the minimum amount in a custom audience that is allowed is 100 fires, right? So we need to make sure that our remarketing pool is big enough and is at least 100 fires, right? So so that explains why this the add to cart time interval is bigger, and also explains why the VC is past 5 days and the video views is past 3 days, because it's a lot easier to get 95% video views on your video as opposed to getting actual view contents and visits to the product page, right? So this is what I usually started off with, right? And if we're using CBO, which I also use for retargeting, I'll usually put I'll put it down here. So it's CBO, I'll do a campaign budget of either $15 or $20 to start off, 20. And then, so once decent traffic starts coming in, right? So like after we get quite a few visits to our site. So I've got here, once you're getting past 1,000 visitors per day, then you can start time segmenting your audiences, right? So I've got here, 95% video viewers, but no view content past 1 days. And then, so this is like one ad set here. So each line here is a new ad set, right? So yeah, so we can have 2 of these with past 1 day and then past 2 to 3 days. And then VC, this is usually how I segment it. So past 2 days, past 2 to 4 days, past 5 to 6 days. And then add to cart, I usually have past 5 days and past 5 to 10 days, right? So this is just like usually my normal setup. And it's good, like depending on how many visits per day you're getting, you can either choose to segment less or segment more, right? So you kind of have to do a bit of testing yourself to see how much traffic you're getting and to see if you can segment higher, right? If you're getting past 4,000 or 5,000 visits per day, you can even segment tighter, right? And when I say segment tighter, I mean create more ad set audiences, and you can tighten these up. So for VC, it could be past 1 day, and then 1 to 2 days, and then 2 to 3 days, right? And that's an example of tighter segments, right? So in terms of the actual ads and the the ad creatives for your remarketing, what I usually do, right, is, so first, I'll say this point first. So I put a mix of videos and images into each ad set, right? And so what you can do is you can put the same video as the video that you're running for your cold traffic prospecting ads, but you want to change the thumbnail and change the ad copy of those videos. And the ad copy, right, I usually give a discount, I put a discount code in the ad copy. And if it's a remarketing pool that's from 0 to 3 days, I'll give them the 5% off. And then if it's past 4 days, I usually give them 10% off, right? The reason I don't give them 10% off immediately is because usually they'll convert off 5%, and sometimes they'll even convert off nothing. So you just don't have, you don't put a discount offer in one of your ads, like you just say free shipping today only, and they'll convert. But if it's been 4 days, they're very less likely to convert, and you want to entice them with a stronger offer, so like 10% off, right? And if you want to take it a step further and put different ad creatives in your remarketing, so this is the stuff that I find works really well for my testing. So customers using the product, or like testimonials of like customers using the product work really well. It doesn't matter if it's in an image format or video format. These convert really well. And also an image, right, with the discount code text in the image, right? So you have like a picture of the product, and then you can have like a black bar at the top with some white text that says like discount code 5 off, and like with just like a call to action button. But you got to make sure that the text in the image is less than 20% of the image. Otherwise, Facebook will not give you as much reach. But you got to remember that the reason that works well is because a lot of people just scroll through the feed and they don't read the ad copy. So if the discount code is actually in the image and it's really large and people can see it, they'll stop the scroll and they'll look at that and then they'll go ahead and purchase it, as opposed to being in the ad copy where they might have missed it. All right, cool. So in the next video, I'll go into audiences and I'll show you how to set up like these segments and everything here. All right, cool.